was one of the most beautiful cities in Islamic Spain. It had exotic cities. Their cities were very big and very beautiful. It also had beautiful Islamic architecture at that time. There are still many tourist attractions at Cordoba. This city, because it was very, very beautiful and it also had many amazing things, it used to compete with Baghdad educationally and economically. The Great Mosque of Cordoba. The Great Mosque of Cordoba was one of the best mosques in Islamic time. It was filled with art like calligraphy, geometric designs, and other art. This mosque was so big it could fit a lot of people, and also no other mosque can match this mosque. It was one of the best and will remain one of the best mosques in Islamic history. Ibn Rushd was one of the most advanced and smartest philosophers in Cordoba. He mixed Greek and Islamic thoughts together. He took the thoughts of Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato's ideas and mixed it with Islamic ideas. He was one of the best philosophers out there, and he made a very, very big achievement in his life. The castle of Alhambra was added to the city's area within the ramparts in the 9th century, which implied that the castle became a military fortress with a view over the whole city. In spite of this, it was not until the arrival of the first king of the Nasrid dynasty, Muhammad ibn al-Ahmar, in the 13th century, that the royal residence was established in the Alhambra. This event marked the beginning of Alhambra's most glorious period. This palace that Muhammad al-Ahmar built was also one of the most beautiful palaces in Cordoba. It had reddish walls and amazing interior and a very beautiful garden, as you can see, and a very beautiful pond. This palace, created by Muhammad ibn al-Ahmar, is still a tourist attraction today. Okay, now let's talk about some of its history. In 711, Cordoba was captured and largely destroyed by the Muslims. Its recovery was impeded by the tribal rivalries until Abdurrahman I, a member of the Umayyad family, accepted the leadership of the Spanish Muslims and made Cordoba his capital in 756. Abdurrahman I founded the Great Mosque of Cordoba, which was enlarged by his successors, completed about 976 by Al-Mansur. Though troubled by occasional revolt, Cordoba grew rapidly under the Umayyad rule and after Abdurrahman III. Abdurrahman III proclaimed himself Caliph of the West in 929. It became the largest and probably the most cultured city in Europe. When the Abbasids overthrew the Umayyad Caliphate in 750 and sought to kill as many members of the Umayyad family as possible, Abdurrahman fled, eventually reaching Spain. The Iberian Peninsula had for some time been occupied by Muslim Arab forces, and he recognized political opportunity for himself in the rivalries of the Qais and Yemen, the dominant Arab factions there. By shifting alliances and using mercenary support, he placed himself in a position of power, attacking and defeating the governor of Al-Andalus in 755 and making Cordoba his capital. News of his success spread eastward. Men who had previously worked in the Umayyad administrative system came to Spain to work with Abdurrahman, and his administrative system came to resemble that formerly operative in Damascus. The Umayyad also had many achievements that helped people all around the world. And also, we're going to show you some examples of these achievements. One of the most amazing achievements that the Umayyads did was that they created Europe's first streetlights. And we're going to show you a picture of one of the remaining streetlights. The Umayyads were also the first in Europe to build a planetarium. I'm going to also show you a picture of a planetarium, one of the oldest pictures that still show you what a planetarium is. As you can see in this picture, this was this is an art design of a planetarium that was made from a long, long time ago. The planetarium was used to study the stars, study the sky, study the planets, study everything that's in space, and discover many new things. And maybe there are some things that they have discovered but we still don't know. They, since the creation of the planetarium, they were one of the smartest and advanced cities in Spain or in whole of Europe. 70,000 books were copied each year to satisfy the demands of the citizens. People from around the world, from the north, south, west, east, but mostly from the west, the people from the west would mostly just go to Cordoba to hear their magnificent stories and get educated. Education in Cordoba was very high. A lot of people were smart. That's why Cordoba was one of the leading cities in Spain and was one of the smartest and the biggest of them all. Cordoba will still remain one of the best cities in Spain,